Shalom. I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today. And salutations to my Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so. As well as the scattered Israelites who come looking at the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as were the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Akale from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So the he that is referring to is the so-called white man, the rulers of this wicked kingdom today. Alright, they are currently in their blessing, and they are the Edomites, their forefathers Esau. Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And this plan is being orchestrated by their elite. Alright, we refer to them as the wicked elite of Esau Edom. Okay, and this is their ultimate goal for their NWO agenda. Alright, to microchip everyone and to usher in a new, more perfect in their eyes, slavery system where they are able to monitor people in a way that could potentially emulate Yahweh Shemeshai. Alright? And I say it like that because they're delusional, right? To think that they could ever be on that kind of level. But that is their goal. Okay? And so he is going to cause everyone on this earth, right? It's intended for everyone to take this microchip. And as it says, in the right hand or in the foreheads. Alright, so in regards to the hand, we know about that in regards to the payments. In regards to the forehead, we've been hearing more and more news about brain chip implants that can do things such as cure depression, let the paraplegics walk, letting the blind see, you know, all of these things that would be deemed miraculous in this world, right? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So when you go into the word mark, you know, it lets you know that it's the charagmo, which this is a physical mark, okay? It's the microchip. And it says that no man might buy or sell unless you have it, right? And of course, when you do your research regarding this microchip, it is something that's digital, okay? And it is digital payments. And, you know, over there in Sweden, they're literally using it already. And then we have the development of the central bank digital currencies, which we know will be tied to the microchip and all these things, man. And so I have from NFC World an article, Biocompatible NFC implant lets consumers make contactless payments with their hand. The NFC device is implanted under a user's skin for contactless payment at a terminal. Consumers in the European Union and the UK can now make contactless payments using an NFC implant in their hand that is compliant with ISO 10993 Biocompatibility Standards. Alright, so the European Union, we know it as the 10 horns in the book of Revelation chapter 17. Alright. And then you have this ISO 10993 Biocompatibility Standards. And by the way, the 10 horns, and then you have, which is the European Union, NATO is the beast. Alright, and these are all Edomite countries, right? Edomite-led countries. Okay, and then of course the whore that rideth the beast is America, which is Mr. Babylon the Great. Okay, so they're pushing through with their Edomite agenda. So this ISO 10993 Biocompatibility Standards is simply just, well, I'll just show you. The ISO 10993 set entails a series of standards for evaluating the biocompatibility of medical devices to manage biological risk. These documents were preceded by the tripartite agreement and is part of the international harmonization of the safe use evaluation of medical devices. So in other words, it's allowed. You know what I'm saying? It's safe to use. It's allowed to administer these microchip implants into people's hands, into people's bodies, and it can be used for payments. The batteryless implant is embedded under a user's skin and is linked to a preloaded online account, enabling them to make contactless payments wherever most popular credit or debit cards are accepted. The Walletmore payment implant is a small device the size of a safety pin and about 0.5 millimeter thick, consisting of an integrated circuit and a metal sheath acting as an antenna enclosed in a hermetic bio housing. The British-Polish startup that developed the device explains. The biopolymer, technically speaking, is the so-called medical plastic for the production of medical devices, which has current biocompatibility certificates confirming compliance with the ISO 10993 standard. Importantly, the implant is a passive device and does not have its own power source. It does not generate any radio waves on its own and is only activated with a contactless payment terminal, and only at a very short distance it's impossible to track someone with a Walletmore implant. Once they have ordered the NFC payment implant, users open and add funds to an account on an European iCard platform before having the device implanted at a hospital, clinic, or aesthetic medicine laboratory that offers the service, and it is implanted by way of the Carax. Go back to this, you go into the word mark, then when you go to that origin, the Carax, okay? Implantation is painless and takes only 15 minutes. All right, and then they have a short video which you can watch it yourself. NFCworld.com, NFCW.com, you know. And this is where we're at in biblical prophecy, man. All right, we've been new about the microchip implants, but you know, it's just becoming something that's more frequent, and something that's being more developed. And it looks like they've made it more advanced as well in their development, you know what I'm saying? These are just the times that we're in, and it's clear to see, you know, in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come, it will not tarry." So we're at the end, man. The end of the rulership of the so-called white man, and it is this major prophecy that we look towards, and of course all of the other prophecies as well, Jacob's trouble, the famine, the pestilence, the famine of the word, the persecution of the prophets, you know, World War III, which World War III is going to come after the mark of the beast prophecy is within its fulfillment, you know. We look towards all these prophecies, man, but you see, when this prophecy, this mark of the beast prophecy comes to pass in its fullness, man, when we see that it is moving, you know, towards it, we know that we're at the end, man. We see all of the signs. We see, as it says in 2 Ezra chapter 9, there shall be uproars and earthquakes, uproars of the people around the world, and then earthquakes, you know. We see all these things, and then in Matthew chapter 24, it lets you know the signs as well, which we've seen all of these signs as well, man. And essentially what's happening at this moment in time, as it pertains to the Matthew chapter 24, is that we're at the beginning of sorrows. You know, all kinds of things are happening as a result of this worldwide situation. And right now we are heading literally into the prelude of it. I mean, it's already started, you know, the prelude, where they are requiring you to do certain things in order to gain access to certain things and certain privileges, man. You know, it's happening in America, it's happening worldwide. You know, over there in Trinidad, you know, the brother, a brother, he you know, we received notice that, you know, coming tomorrow on Monday, which would be the 11th of October 2021, that unless they have that solution, which once again is like the prelude heading into this ultimate phase of this market, they're not going to be able to gain access to anything, man. You know, they have these zones just like over there in the state of Israel and all of these things, man. All right. And then they're saying that if you don't, in order to be employed, if you don't take it, then you have to do this test every 2 weeks, which is not sustainable on the majority of the people with what people earn, man. It's not sustainable. You know what I'm saying? Out here in Jamaica. I mean, even at my own workplace, my plantation, a few weeks ago, we received the warning shot, man. They haven't spoken to us about it yet, but, you know, what they've been doing is that they've been going around to people individually and letting them know that it needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? And that is something, you know, that's just information that has been shared among the employees, you know. But these are just the times that we're in, man. And even out here in Jamaica, regarding to the prelude, the Prime Minister has warned us, let us know. This past week, it has been known that, yeah, these things are coming just like in other various parts in the world, like America, Israel, soon to be Trinidad, Australia, you know, elsewhere, man. All right. So these are the times that we're in, and it's clear to see. And, you know, in regards to this, what's going on here? Yeah. In regards to this market, man, I mean, it's so close. All right. We're literally in this time. So, you know, gird up thy loins like a man and be ready to lose it all to gain it all, man. You know what I'm saying? Just a little quick thing, you know, because it mentioned the European Union, and then we know that they've been developing their CBDC. The ECB starts 24-month digital euro project back in July 14th, 2021. And you see, when you see all of the timelines of whatever, man, trust and believe that all timelines can and will be sped up, right? More than likely, all due to some kind of crisis, due to some kind of false flag or why the dog event, you know, as they call it. It don't take nothing for all of this to just be expedited, man. All right, so that's why you need to keep your watch, man. All right. In the book of First Peter, chapter 4 and about verse 7, but the end of all things is at hand, right? The end of the rulership of the so-called white man. All right, so we know at the end he's going to be coming with the sword, which is his blessing, but he's going to be like a madman sparing none. All right, he knoweth that he hath but a short time, as it pertains to Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, and he's coming with great wrath, man. All right, so we know we at the end. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer, right? Be ye sober, man. Be of a sound mind, to be in one's right mind, to exercise self-control, right? Okay? So be sober-minded, man. Be circumspect, all right? Watch and pray. Watch unto prayer, man. Pray. The Apostle recall, it's like every single time he does a video, man, he makes mention of the importance of prayer, and it's so true. All right? You want to be praying, you want to be building that relationship with Yahweh Shemi Shai, from yesterday, from a week ago, from a month ago, from the first day that you woke up to this truth, man. You're supposed to be building that relationship with Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right. But that's just where it's at, man. You know, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 to verse 10, it lets you know that, you know, if you do take that mark of the beast, you shall be destroyed, man, by Yahweh Shemi Shai. And that's a judgment specifically unto you Israelites, man, because this word, these prophecies, Yahweh Shemi Shai, is only for you, man. All right, but we know that there's a set amount of people that shall be destroyed. In America, 2/3 shall be destroyed, as it says in Zechariah 13 and verse 18. You know, and then the rest of the wicked Israelites around the world who take it, they're going to be destroyed as well, man. All right, but these are just the times that we're in. Okay, so with that, I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemi Shai, B'Shem Kal Kodesh. Wa abad babal shalom.